Fiskal, and today I'm going to take you through clearing a particular Xero sync error between Cin7 and Core that basically says line item ID needs to be associated with the line, and that it's associated with projects and is not syncing through. Essentially what is happening is that the invoice has been changed in Cin7 and it cannot be updated in Xero because Xero has locked that line item to the project. And so what we're looking at now is the sync error between my two demo accounts. I have a demo company and a sandbox in Cin7. So looking at this, you can see that I have 0 sync errors. We have nothing to worry about. And we're going to actually demonstrate how to achieve this sync error. So in the invoice in Cin7, this has already synced over to Xero. We can look at it in Xero as well. You can see here invoice 4256, $4,500, and invoice 4256 for $1,500. Right. So we're in the invoice in Xero. We need to associate this product with a project. So we go to bill options, we go edit, we assign the expense to test project, select it, assign it, and now it is assigned. Okay, update. And so we should then get project expenses for Anna Shopify testing projects. And going back into Cin7, into the invoice, nothing has changed, and we can sync and nothing will break yet. Right, so the sync has completed. Again, no sync errors, and this purchase order hasn't changed. We have testing product. It is for invoice 4256, testing product, $1,500. Now, the issue that comes in is I want to change this invoice for whatever reason. I undo it. Maybe it was the wrong product. Maybe I preemptively authorized it and it already synced over to Xero, and the project team in Xero has associated with the project already. Now I go back and I want to change this product. So I'll go into the order. I will change the item. So we're going to say test. We've got test project item, which is different from test item. It's sold at $2 rather than $3. We authorize this order. Going on to the invoice, we can copy from the order. If we authorize here, it'll give us an error. And this is to say that the invoice total is the same as the line item totals. Invoice, it is $1,000. No, it's not. It's $2 because we want 500 units. Apologies. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the order invoice matching. And now what we have is we have one invoice in Xero, in Cin7, that says test project item, 500 units for $2 each. And if I view that item in this invoice in Xero, it's a different product. It's a different unit price, and a different total, because it hasn't synced through, because I haven't synced on Xero. So going back to Cin7, let's sync. So now the sync has completed and we have an error. And it says here that this document has lines associated to a project. Please either supply a line item ID, which we cannot, so that the association can be maintained, or else remove the connection to the project. Okay, and so exactly what the sync error says in Xero, we'll just reload this invoice and you'll see that nothing has changed. It cannot change because the line item is associated with the project. So in order to get rid of that, we would go into the invoice, we would edit it. We can then go assign expenses, and we say decide customer later. Decide customer later, wherever that line item is. No. Decide customer later, there we go. Decide customer later. All right. Hit OK, hit update. Now we can sync again. And now you'll see that 4256 has synced successfully. If I look in Cin7, the invoice hasn't changed to what we adjusted it to. It's the 500 units for $2, $1,000. It's test project item. However, in Xero, if I reload this page now, this invoice, you'll see that the item has changed, the unit price has changed, the total has changed, and now I can reallocate it to the relevant project, and then that clears the sync error. So essentially what was happening is that Xero was locking this invoice from being adjusted because the items inside the invoice were associated with projects. So the solution here is just to unlink the invoice and line items from the relevant projects, and then to change the invoice in Cin7 as required. Maybe it's a unit price, maybe it's a quantity, and then to how you would adjust payment lines, for example, but that is the solution. Thank you very much.